Hey folks, welcome to this video of living like a king on Social Security in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Let's first figure out how much is the Social Security that we have to work with. For the first source, I'm using the actual Social Security website where it says, based on the Q&A, that it's $1976 that we have to work with. The second source is as of March 2025, I can see that Social Security is reporting an average monthly benefit of $18.53. And finally, the CNBC article as of March 18, 2025 shows you a pretty good indication of what every state level is making in terms of Social Security. So you can see the highest highlighted are the dark blues, which make the most, close to 2,000. And then there's others like Mississippi, Louisiana. They're making more along the lines of like a median of 1,500, 1,600, depending on where you look. So it ranges across the board, but largely speaking, I think we can go with about a $1,750 budget as our starting point. Next up, we have accommodations. So one of the most important things we're going to need to do, considering that this is an expat retirees budget, is that we need to find a neighborhood that is close to many good hospitals of the city that we're interested in this case, Chiang Mai. And we also need to be preferably within walking distance of most necessities that would come to mind to avoid any long transportation. So malls, shopping centers, restaurants, any and everything that you can think of that you need for daily living, it should be within walking distance. And in Chiang Mai, there is one specific neighborhood that is considered very trendy. It's called the Nimman area, otherwise known as Nimman. The benefit of this neighborhood is that not only is it in walking distance of many of the most prominent malls in Chiang Mai, so you have Maya Lifestyle Mall here, you have one Nimman, another shopping mall here. This Nimman Road has all the trendy cafes, restaurants that you can want, all the necessary shopping centers, so you want any groceries, convenience stores, any and everything you would want is within walking distance in this Nimman area over here. So along with all of these shopping centers, malls, restaurants, cafes, etc., another thing you have that is a benefit here is if you just go a little bit south, you can see that here we pretty much have Chiang Mai University. A lot of the medicine faculties of the university are here. And the benefit to that is that you have a university hospital right beside it, known as Shrifat Medical Center. This is considered one of the top medical centers in all of Chiang Mai. It has a 4.9 rating on Google. Take it for what it's worth, but I would say it's one of the more prominent hospitals in all of the city. You have another one here, the Chiang Mai Neurological Hospital. You have Maharaj Nakorn Chiang Mai Hospital here. So you can see there's quite an abundance of hospitals right around here, which you can serve all your medical needs that you need. There's a bunch of dental specialists as well near the Nimman area. So you can pretty much get what you need in terms of your dentist needs, your hospital needs, and just overall health and well-being needs. Next step, what we need to do is look at some of the options that we have available in the Nimman area. Okay, so first up, let's look at Palm Springs condos. These are the various projects by Palm Springs that are in Nimman area. This is within walking distance to pretty much the trendy place, like we talked about, Nimman Road. Let's look at some of the rooms that are available. So here's the first Palm Spring Nimman area, 15,000 Thai baht. This will get you roughly a 30 square meter condo. It has a washing machine, fully furnished, pretty much anything that you need ready to move in, they'll provide it for you. Just bring your toothbrush and toothpaste and you're pretty much good to go. Another one that I saw also in the Palm Springs project, because there's quite a bit of condos here, is this one, Nimman Parlor area. You can see 3 to 6 month contracts, monthly contracts also available for a little bit more. But if you want the yearly contract, that's 12,000 baht. That's less than 400 USD to get a nice fully furnished condo like this one. And as we move along, because there's a fairly abundance of options here, you can see in most of these condos, there's also gyms, pools, pretty much included, amenities, all part of the rental fee. So you can take a nice swim when you go to the bottom floor every single day if you like, and you live the dream retirement, enjoying yourself Here's another one, 12,000 baht hillside condo. This one is a little on the older side. So what you'll probably notice in many of these condos is the older you go, the more square footage you'll have in terms of space, but it will be more older. If you look at this one here, this is 10,000 baht, so it's even cheaper, a little bit smaller in this square meter side, but again, and a little bit older, but hey, it still does the job, fully furnished, and you pretty much have a great place to stay. This is one of the newer ones, One Plus, that has been created. You can see this is a lot more of a brand new project. A little bit farther walk from Nimman area, but you are still pretty much within walking distance still of the main roads, the main malls. You can see everything again, as usual, fully furnished. And this is the last one I'm showing you, the Nimman condo. So you can see a lot of these options are within 15,000 all the way down to 10,000. So the monthly budget that I have set forth for accommodations is 13,000 baht. That works out to just under 400 USD for your accommodations. One other thing I just want to add in here is the utilities. Most of these condos, you're probably going to be good with 4,000 Thai baht for your electricity. 4,000 Thai baht works out to roughly 123 US dollars. Add another 500 baht for water. So you're at 4,500 baht for utilities. That includes your electricity, water, etc. So you're good for that. And speaking of water, water from the tap is not suggested to be consumed as regular drinking water. So what you'll notice in many of these Southeast Asian places is that you need to order some sort of bottled water or some sort of filtered clean water elsewhere. So what we're going to do to avoid going to the convenience store every time to buy small bottles of water, consider using a water delivery service, in which case it just gets delivered straight to your house. You don't even need to worry about constantly buying it, going to the convenience store, carrying it all the way to your condo. You can use shopping sites like Lazada or Shopee. They're considered the Amazon of Thailand to find many of these household day-to-day things that you need. So here's one that I found in Lazada for water. This is roughly 750 baht. This should be enough water that'll last you for the whole month. So add this 750 baht as essentially an additional expense to make sure you have access to clean, healthy drinking water. Another thing I'll add right here is that the internet and the phone. You can see here in the screenshot that you can pretty much get for 1,200 baht, unlimited 5G connections. You can get access to even some of these networks like HBO Max. You get a few free months of YouTube Premium. So there's a lot of benefits here that you get in terms of entertainment covered with this plan. Another thing I'll add here is the internet connection. This is going to be another 1,000 baht. This pretty much gets you fast, high-speed internet. We're talking 1 gigabyte per second connection. So it should be more than ample for whatever your internet needs are. And again, you get a Netflix subscription here. So you pretty much get Netflix and a bunch of these other networks like HBO Max in the other plan. So combined, you pretty much have your entertainment covered in terms of your TV, movies, etc. And you have your internet and phone covered for a total of 2,200 baht. That works out to 68 US dollars. Okay, health insurance. This is another key aspect of this budget that's going to become very, very important as we're talking about a social security budget. These are the golden years of your life, so that you want to make sure you are adequately safe and protected in the case of a medical emergency. So what I did was I asked ChatGPT about some of the potential health insurance options that we can have in Thailand, and it provided me some really interesting plans. So I thought I'd just share some of it. It ranges vastly depending on so many factors here. You can see it starts as low as $100 and it can go up to literally the thousands depending on how much coverage you want, how many services you want included, deductible amounts. So in age is also a factor. So all of this stuff is a very high level estimate that I'm providing. Please check carefully with your health insurance providers wherever you decide to choose, to make sure that you are choosing a plan that works for you and that you are very much understanding what you're getting into in terms of your dollar premiums that you'll need to pay. To be safe, I'm going to put in $300 USD because what I'm taking here is the Cigna balanced plan here, which will give you pretty much a good adequate level of medical coverage, and on top of that, it'll give you some optional other benefits like dental, medical, etc. Okay, next up, let's talk about transportation. If you're going to be light in terms of travel, as you'll be living in walking distance to the trendy Nimman area, you may just want minimal driving, in which case you can get driven around via the Uber of Thailand, which is either the Grab or Bolt. On the other hand, if you are someone who loves driving, wants that total freedom to travel however and whenever you like, then consider getting a motorbike rental. Most of the rentals will cost anywhere between 3 to 5,000 baht. I will assume the higher end of this by going with 4,000 baht, add another 1,000 baht for gas and miscellaneous maintenance as required. If you'd like to use a Grab or Bolt instead, then the cost will be higher depending on how much you are traveling. I assume that the cost will be somewhere between 50 to 100 baht for a one-way trip. This works out for roughly, call it a 10-kilometer trip. Let's say you will travel at least once a day and the cost is roughly 75 baht per one-way trip. That amounts to 150 baht for round trip per day. Multiply that by 30 days and you get roughly 4,500 baht. This works out essentially to the same budget as we had for the motorbike at the 5,000 baht. You will likely come under this amount depending on what extent of travel that you're doing, but I'm just going to use 5,000 baht as your transportation budget, which you can use however you like, whether you want to rent the bike or go the Grab Bolt route and commute via walking distance. All right, so next up, what we want to talk about is food. This is going to be another big component of the budget. The amount that I've set forth here is about 600 baht every single day, which amounts to roughly 18,000 baht in a month. That's about $550 US. First, what I really just want to do is show you a few options that we have. So let's first look at one of the closest malls in the Nimman area and probably the most trendy one, which is the Maya Mall. And so what you can see here is a variety of different food courts and options that you have in store. So I just wanted to show you some options that you can have if you went to this mall specifically. So these are just some examples where you can get probably a lot of restaurant or food court based options for about this cost. If you look at 600 baht a day, that amounts to roughly 200 baht every single meal. If you want to do 3 meals a day, or you can split it in many different ways. Maybe you do 100 baht, 100 baht, and then you do 400 baht for a more bigger grand dinner. Your choice what you want to do, but you can see here there's a lot of different selections. If you want to eat Thai food, it is very doable that you can get dishes within 50 all the way to 200 baht, and that could pretty much be a meal in and of itself. If you want to go the Western route, that's where you might have to spend a little bit more than that. So your choice of how you want to split out the meals. You obviously also have the option to do groceries, which is a lot less, but I've just shown you a few examples here of how you can eat out fully. Next up, we're going to talk about the visa. So one thing I want to talk about regarding the retirement visa is the various requirements that exist in order to even get this visa granted in the first place. So it's important to just note that there are a few requirements to even be able to get a retirement visa so you can live in Thailand for the long term. And in this case, one of them that is a very popular option among expats is the 1-year retirement visa, the non-immigrant OA visa. Now, what this allows you to do is if you're 50 years or older and you meet certain financial requirements, it allows you to stay in Thailand for the long term, 1-year visa increments, but every single year you can essentially renew this visa for close to like 2,000 baht, I believe is the fee to renew it. Now, there are some requirements though in order to be eligible for this visa. So one of them is the financial requirement. So you can either have a 800,000 Thai baht, this is roughly equivalent to call it 25,000 USD in your Thai bank account 2 months before applying, or you can have a monthly income, your pension of roughly 2,000 US dollars. That's your 65 Thai baht a month. In most cases, Social Security plus if you have any other investment income, this should be able to meet that requirement. But if either or of these two are not met, you still have the option to do some sort of a combination of a deposit as well as a monthly income to supplement the financial requirements needed to be eligible for this visa. Now, the cost varies quite a bit. It goes from 2,000 Thai baht for the renewal fee, but I'm going to just caveat that you should probably do your due diligence. There will likely be some upfront cost to just apply for it in the first place. But once you get it, and as long as you continue having these requirements, the renewal cost is somewhere along the lines of 2,000 baht a year. Now, just to be safe, I have made this budget 10,000 baht per year. The reason for this is in case you need some sort of legal help or if you want some lawyers to help with this process. I've just added an extra buffer just in case. So with all of these costs totaled up, the total monthly budget, this is just the overall summary that I have for all the things that we discussed. Accommodations, we have 13,000 baht for roughly a studio or 1-bedroom apartment or condo. You have utilities covered with 4,500 Thai baht. You have the drinking water covered. You have the phone and internet both covered. Pretty fast connection, so you should have seamless connection to the internet wherever you go. Health insurance is the one that I just want to caveat that it will vary based on your personal health situation. If you're a healthy individual, this should be enough. But if you are someone with pre-existing conditions or complications, obviously go to the right medical professionals and the insurance companies to make sure that you have the adequate amount of care, because this is something that you do not want to cheap out on. Transportation is accounted for. If you want to use a Grab, that's one route. If you want to rent your own scooter and pay gas that way, that's another route. Food, like I said, that's 600 Thai baht roughly a day. That's the budget we're going with to get to your 18,000 Thai baht a month. And we have that 10,000 baht a year, 833 baht roughly a month budget to account for your retirement visa. So when you add all that up, the monthly total budget comes out to about 54,000 Thai baht or 1,667 US dollars. What this means is in that $1,750 income that we were talking about, you still have a miscellaneous buffer of roughly 2,688 Thai baht or 83 US dollars. This can be used for any miscellaneous things like clothing spending. Maybe there's some extra entertainment you want. There's some things here or there that you want to buy for the house, electronics, or you just want to do laundry as an example, various different things that you can use this for. So I'll leave this to you, but you have a little bit of buffer there to get to your 1,750 total. So that's what life can look like in Chiang Mai, Thailand, if you decide to go here on simply a social security pension. Now, I'm not going to say you're living like an absolute king or queen here, but I would say this is a fairly good quality of lifestyle that you're getting. And compared to many places in the US, if not most, you're not going to get anywhere close to this level of lifestyle in the United States. So this is one of the reasons why you may want to consider geographic arbitrage in the future in your retirement years to really maximize the value for your money. All right, so with that said, I will end the video here. If there's any other locations or places that you want me to explore this sort of lifestyle in for just a social security check, tell me in the comments below and I'll do some more research on various other places that you could live a quality of lifestyle similar to this, or maybe better or maybe worse. Really just depends on the location. But if there's any other interest in that, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, please remember to like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.